Last week saw a big announcement from the Russian embassy in Kenya, not normally the authoritative voice of Russia, but stick with me, that the BRICS group of anti-dollar countries would be issuing a gold-backed currency. This set off a flurry of excited speculation and matching dismissals. Now, for starters, Russia has spent years claiming a gold-backed currency is imminent, yet it never happens. Indeed, the Russian embassy in Kenya is an odd place to announce a transformational shock to the world's currency architecture, while India, one of the main BRICS members, has already said it will not play ball. Still, in previous videos, I've laid out why a genuinely gold-backed BRICS could savage the US dollar, indeed all fiat monies, whatever the Russian embassy in Kenya thinks about it. The key is how gold backing is structured. The version that most threatens the dollar is one where you can actually trade your paper for physical gold. This is how currencies worked 100 years ago. So a dollar was literally 20.67 to an ounce of gold. You could take $20.67 to the bank. You could walk out with an ounce of gold. I've mentioned in previous videos why this gold-backed currency would have to be a new BRICS currency rather than backing one of their national monies, the ruble or the yuan. Because gold backing, say, the Chinese yuan, would render Chinese exports uncompetitive, which would wipe out their factories and probably lead to riots in Chinese cities. On the other hand, a new BRICS currency quarantines the currency strength. It's just an external rail for trade, just like today's dollar is an external rail for Chinese trade. By the way, I've seen commenters claim that China or even BRICS as a whole does not have enough gold to do this kind of backing. I disagree. If people actually believe you'll redeem in gold, the vast majority won't ask for redemption. Actually, after all, paper is a lot easier to use. The point is being able to redeem. So you could carry a gold-backed currency on maybe 10% gold backing. And initially, of course, nobody would believe you, so you would have to back much higher. But then again, a BRICS currency won't assume its final form immediately. It would be issued billion by billion. So early on, it needs high gold backing, but there's not much of it. Later on, if it's built trust, it doesn't need very much backing. Having said, even if it is possible to issue a genuinely gold-backed currency, I don't think it happens, even if the Russian embassy in Kenya speaks the truth. So I think more likely is a gold-backed BRICS that looks more like mortgaging existing gold reserves, so gold that countries already have, and converting those into development bank loans that amount to a slush fund to bribe countries off the dollar. That would basically look like the IMF, but instead of handing out money for structural reforms, it instead bribes countries off the dollar. If so, it would be an interesting move towards gold. It might slightly accelerate the decline of the dollar, but it would not be a game changer. Now, the summit itself is still a few weeks away, and we may get more details along the way. But in the meantime, I'd say BRICS and gold is a question of big if true, but at the moment, probably not. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.